Scene of devastation in a residential neighborhood in Northern Virginia, not far from Washington, D.C. An explosion leveling a house. One firefighter was killed, 10 others taken to the hospital, along with 2 civilians. Authorities say residents had called them after smelling gas. An investigation now underway. ABC's M. Wynn is in Sterling, Virginia.
Tonight, investigators searching for clues, trying to determine what caused a propane leak that led to a deadly home explosion outside Washington, D.C.
What I wanted to talk to you about was some of the videos I've done on propane. I've talked a lot about using propane, storing propane, and absolutely where not to store propane. And in all these videos, I did have a company reach out to me, TopTes Tools, and they wanted to send me a pocket gas leak detector. Comes with the tester, 2 batteries, and a neat little carrying case for it also. But as you can see, you can carry it around in your pocket. And this little tester is supposed to be able to locate and find more than 10 different gases. We're talking LPG, methane, ethane, propane, butane, natural gas, coal gas, gas fuel, liquefied natural gas, etc., and of course sewer gas. And it will not only tell you how strong the gas leak is, it will also locate the gas leak through this here. And it takes, it'll beep and go down to the 1 notch once it's calibrated and ready to check for that gas leak. There we go, now it's ready. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to test my fuel tank up here. But I want to see if it picks up any fumes off of here. And the pump itself doesn't. So one place I do want to check that should have fumes in it, and that's the spout it comes out of. There we go. Yeah, now I can smell it, and it's picking it up. All right, I'm inside my tent here. Here's my little propane heater here, and it should not be leaking. So I'm gonna run it around the edge here, and I'm getting nothing. Now I've got my tester right here. So as with any bottle, when you unscrew it, you're gonna get a puff of vapor out of here each and every time while it seals itself up once you're taking it off of the heater. There we go. And it should be detecting that. It's not much, but it's definitely picking it up. And like I said, if you can smell the vapor or that's picking it up, then it is flammable. Whoops.
A deadly house explosion rains debris down on an entire neighborhood. The flying wreckage from this explosion in Pittsburgh left neighbors terrified and house after house destroyed. And just last month, this massive house explosion rocked a neighborhood in Arlington, Virginia. Now this woman says her hero husky stopped the same thing from happening on her street in Philadelphia. Chanel Bell says it started when her dog Kobe did something strange. He dug a big hole in their front yard. There's Kobe standing by it.
He looked directly in my face. I tried to pull him away and he wasn't budging.
She says her intuition told her that something was up. So she grabbed a gas leak detector and tested the hole. And thank goodness she did. The results were alarming. The gas was at the highest level possible.
I was just flabbergasted. I immediately called the gas company.
Crews rushed out to repair the gas leak.
Prepping is all about being prepared, and along with that preparedness, you need to make sure that you factor in the safety as well. If you have gas bottles or gas lines in your home or any stored type of gas, whether it's liquid or vapor, you should own a gas leak detector due to the potential sources of leaks. Gas bottles in particular can be prone to leaks if they're not properly maintained or if they're damaged in any way. Gas lines can be damaged, broken, also develop leaks over time, and simply the fumes from liquid gas like gasoline can be extremely dangerous if they come into contact with an incorrect source of energy. By having the proper gas leak detector, you can quickly identify any gas leaks, whether they're liquid or vapor, and take steps to address them before they pose a serious threat. Now, if you noticed in the video, the woman is using a TopTes gas leak detector, and these are the ones that I use as well. I love the product. It's extremely simple and easy to use. Even their smallest detectors can detect all these different gases right here. I like the company. You don't have to wait weeks to get your tester. They send these things out almost immediately. This is not an extravagant expenditure, but rather an investment in ensuring the safety and well-being of your property, and most importantly, your family. If you got any type of propane in your home or around your home, you should have these. Now, I personally like this one because I can check my bottles outside. I can check my bottles that I've got stored away in around the shed, and the smaller bottles that I keep boxed up, but they're good and ventilated. And as I'm using them also in my heaters, my camper stoves, things like that, I can check around the fittings to find out if they have any type of gas leaks. Now, if you've got gas in your home, let me put the camera down a second. Then this is the gas leak detector that you need, and these just don't monitor propane. I think it's like a dozen other, any type of gas, these things will monitor. And I bought 2 of these. I gave one to, was giving them my kids. The one that I bought this for, couldn't find out she doesn't have gas in her house. But if you do, this is the one that you want. This, of course, is not a gas stove. I'm just doing it as a demonstration. But if it were, if you wanted to monitor for a leak, this little handheld is nice, but it's not going to get down into there to detect anything close to the lines. That's why you want something like this with the long arm on it, or the stem, whatever you call it, because you can slide this thing all the way nearly down to the floor to monitor the gas behind there, to monitor the lines. And not only that, a lot of gas lines go under the house as well. If you've got a line under your house, you don't have to worry about the dangers of crawling under the house and getting overwhelmed by that gas. You can simply take this meter here and stretch out in there to detect any leaks that you may have. These gas detectors here are really quite inexpensive as well, incredibly easy to use. And like I said, they monitor a dozen different gases. Click on the link I have down here, because if you want the confidence to survive whatever may happen tomorrow, you got to be thoroughly prepared for it today.